Sunday Night Quarterback is sponsored by Midwest Bank Center.
And welcome to Sunday Night Quarterback with Brady Cook. Brady, I'm sure you're going to be really good at this. In fact, I'm wondering after your career ends, say in 10 years, would you think about television? Because obviously anybody can do it if I'm doing it.
I consider it. It seems like it's kind of a trend, for quarterbacks to play out their career, play as long as they can, and then hopefully get into TV, some sort of broadcasting. So I'd definitely consider it.
All right, let's talk about the environment on Thursday night. How electric was that atmosphere?
It was unreal. This was my fifth home opener at Mizzou. By far the best atmosphere. It was loud. Walking out for the captain's toss was unbelievable. The students came in about 90 minutes early as soon as the gates opened, filled it up. They were there, and it was hot. It was hot out. They didn't care. They got it going. It was rocking. It was cool.
You wisely went to Luther Burden early in that game. I'm wondering the dilemma of keeping him happy, but the rest of that wide receiving room is so talented, they have to be fed too.
Yeah, it's hard. I think, for quarterbacks who have great receiver rooms like I do, not everyone is going to get the ball every play. You can only throw it to one person, right? So, there's a balance within that. But at the end of the day, find the open guy, and whoever it is, let him go make a play.
You said the other day that the turning point in your relationship with Coach Drink was the way he defended you after a few fans booed you during a game. I'm wondering now, are you at a position where he doesn't yell or he doesn't scream at you? Like when you had the little mishap with Luther on the exchange, what happens on the sideline? Does he still yell at you?
It's different. I think we're past that point to where, he knows what I need to do. I know what I need to do. He gives me reminders. I'd say he's probably a little more calm with me than he was in the past. But yeah, I think it's a little different now.
How much film will you look at from the end of the Thursday night game until the beginning of next Saturday in Buffalo?
Ooh, it's tough to put a number on. We've already watched, Buffalo played last night. They won over Lafayette. We watched that full game for about an hour today. I'll probably watch it one more time. So, I'll have 2 hours banked by the end of the day. And, I'd say I probably average about 4 hours a day of film.
So the game itself on Thursday night, you've looked at the tape. What did you see when you watched yourself on tape? What'd you like? What didn't you like?
I think we started fast. I think it was the fastest 21 points, Mizzou has ever scored in school history. So that was cool to see. We started fast, obviously great atmosphere, but really just a lack of execution on offense. Definitely speaking for myself there. We missed on a couple deep shots, had a couple sloppy exchanges in the backfield. I think we had maybe 6 or 7 penalties, whether those were false starts or holdings, and just a lot of stuff to clean up. I'm not necessarily satisfied with how we played on offense, especially me. But it's definitely a good starting point. We got out of there with the dub, a lot to learn from.
So you had a great scramble and slide in the game. I'm wondering, are the days of Brady Cook taking full impact collisions like you did, say, in the Ohio State game completely over?
I wouldn't say completely. I'm definitely going to be smarter with my body. I need to. Kirby's always preaching self-preservation to me, so if I don't need to take a hit, let's either dive for the first down. If we have the first down, let's slide. If we're near the sideline, let's get out of bounds. But, I'll tell you this, whenever it's crunch time and we need a first down or we need a touchdown, I'm going to take a hit to make sure we get it.
Finally, how does a big-time SEC quarterback celebrate after a victory on Thursday night?
Last night was pretty simple. I ended up getting home. I left the facility about 11 o'clock, so it was pretty late, obviously a night game. But me and my family, we went back to my place. We ordered Papo's Pizza, enjoyed that. Really just debriefed from the game, watched some highlights of other games, talked football, and, got some rest.